I say what ho, chaps and chappets, Game Chap and Bertie here.
Yes.
Yes, indeed, fellows, and I dare say we are now taking a look here, an early look in fact, at Xenoblade Chronicles 3D, the rather exciting upcoming game on Nintendo 3DS.
We most certainly are, yes indeed. Now this comes out, I believe, next week in Europe, on 2nd of April, I believe.
The 2nd of April, that's right, so quite soon upon us, fellows, and following shortly afterwards in the rest of the world. And specifically here, we are taking a look at the combat system and some of its mechanics in the game.
We most certainly are, yes indeed. Now there's been quite some anticipation about this game, Xenoblade Chronicles X on the, 3DS, on
That's
the
right.
3DS.
Yes, of course, because there's two Xenoblade games, aren't there? There's the Wii U one, but there's also this one on the 3DS. Now, what exactly is this game? This is, in fact, a remake of the original Xenoblade Chronicles game for Nintendo Wii.
Yes, exactly. I was just going to clear this up for the chaps and chapettes listening there. Yes, indeed. This is the Xenoblade Chronicles 3DS, as Game Chap just said, a remake of the Wii U, of the Wii one, I beg your pardon, as opposed to the Chronicles X, which is coming out on the Wii U soon.
That's right, of course. So this is the one with Shulk and his friends, as opposed to the one with Elma, etc. and so forth. So, as you can see in this particular game, the gameplay is quite similar in style to an MMO or perhaps Final Fantasy-esque sort of game. You control a party of units here, with the primary control being on Shulk. But unlike fighting games, you don't actually run up to the phone and start mashing buttons to hit them like that. What you do is you select moves from a list which you can see on the screen. For example, you can use the power of the Monado to attack, or also you can use special arts like break, etc. and so forth, or topple, and what have you, other special moves if you will.
I see. So when you've got the monster or the enemy, whatever, coming at you, presumably then it stops, or you can stop it to choose which weapon you're going to use and the strategy you're going to follow.
I don't think it's entirely turn-based, actually. I think it is turn-based in a way, but it's real live action, as it were, on the screen, so you don't get long to think about what you're going to do. That last one just now was Metal Face, a notorious boss, and here we have a violent Andante.
Yes, indeed. As you say, Metal Face, as you said, they're well known, and some form of monster here.
Hope I'm not interrupting.
That's the one, yes.
Yes, anyway. So there we are, fellows. Of course, you can use various Shulk moves, like the air slash, the backslash and whatnot, and of course the break and topple and other arts. Now, each time you use an art, a bit like the Wii U version, it takes a while to recharge before you can cast it again.
Yes, indeed. Just looking at this here, he seems to be getting on quite well there. So just moving slightly away from the actual gameplay idea here, just looking at the graphics and things, how they've done this, how they've brought it onto the 3DS from the Wii there. What do we think of what we're seeing here?
Well, to be honest, the first thing I can see is I like the effects on the sword and the shield appearing around Shulk. I think they have got those particle effects looking quite nice with the blue hue and the overall, the gaze and flare and things coming off it. They're quite nice, I have to say.
Yes.
And very nice sort of shiny effects coming off the monster. If you ask me, the texture perhaps could use a bit of upscaling there, perhaps a tad muddy on the texture side of things, but we can say this is after all a port of a Wii game, so perhaps we shouldn't necessarily have Wii U expectations to start with.
Well, most certainly, yes, since, as you say, it's a port of a Wii game, here on the 3DS, considering it's looking quite good.
Really, it's not that bad, and I have to say the combat here does look quite fun. I have to say, I think it's the kind of combat system that you could really grow on you, if you ask me, old chap.
Well, I think you're right.
Now, in this particular one, Shulk is using his vision move, as you can see, and he's about to see here that his ally, Reina, I believe, is going to get killed by the enemy, so using that vision move, he can stop them there. A special ability of Shulk, meaning, of course, he can save not only his life, potentially, but also the lives of his allies.
So that's a rather special sort of move he's got there.
That's right.
Being able to see whether he or perhaps someone else, a friend of his, is going to die or not, and then move in and stop that from happening.
That's right, of course, because in this particular boss battle, you haven't just got the boss to deal with, the enemy Arachno Spider there, but also you've got lots and lots of boss minions here, soldier Arachnos, to take on as well, which of course will try to, basically, they'll give you a stick, as it were, over the course of the battle, and try to stop you from reaching the Arachno Queen.
And spoil your day, as it
and
were.
Basically ruin your day, exactly, that's right. So, in this particular case, he has a stream edge art there, we've just seen, a light heal, a wild down, a mad taunt, and many other arts in action here.
He most certainly does, yes indeed. There's a lot going on there, and it's being done quite well. Now, as you may remember, if you know this game, it's a very, very large environment type game.
That's right.
And of course, apparently they've done quite a good job of portraying that, even on a small 3DS screen. You still get the feel of you're in a huge world.
That's right, the overall feeling of epic, and but many people have said, well, I suppose the graphics could use a bit of a touch-up, but you have to bear in mind you have very large worlds here, which is very hard for a system like the 3DS to actually render. I think they've done a jolly good job in using the new 3DS's power to render the large worlds and still keep some pretty good graphics there on the characters and monsters, etc. and so forth.
Oh, most certainly, yes, indeed. I mean, it all seems to be working, as it should, as you would expect it there.
That's right.
They're hacking away, you can see what's going above his head, etc.
Yes, just used a Queen's Fury art there from the enemy. Rather nasty move, I'm sure.
Yes, indeed, and he's being hit there from the outside from some lasers or something, by the looks of it.
Indeed. Let's just take a listen also to the combat sounds, which I think you'll agree are quite authentic there.
This is the Monado's power! Eat this! Here, I'm powering up. Behold the power of the Monado!
Indeed, I say, all the sights and sounds and slashes of combat. And of course, the question I have to ask, is Shulk really feeling it, old chap?
Well, I don't know. Is he on... Well, should we ask him?
Shulk, are you feeling it, old boy?
I'm really feeling it.
Yes, I thought he might be.
Yeah.
Of course, this does, of course, bring the authentic Xenoblade experience from the Wii to the 3DS, and no doubt many of you out there won't have ever played this game before, although if you have played the game before, perhaps you can see the direct similarities between this one and the Wii one.
Well, that's an interesting point, as you say, about playing the game before. The chaps and chapettes listening, no doubt many of them have played the game, and no doubt some or many have not. And I think Nintendo, with this game, are hoping to perhaps get this in front of people that perhaps haven't played the game before.
Exactly,
maybe.
of course.
And maybe sort of pave the way, as it were, for Chronicles X coming out not long after this one.
I think so. I think it's a wise move by Nintendo to release this game at this time with another big Xenoblade game just on the horizon there, as well as, of course, introducing potentially many new fans to this particular game on the 3DS.
Most certainly. Now, what's going on here?
Oh, he's going to feel that in the morning, I think, old chap.
he is.
So, of course, as you can see, the cutscenes also very well reproduced here on the 3DS, as well as the battle. Let's have a listen in, shall we?
Right.
Get back here! No!
My word, quite the drama in action there. As you can see, it seems Metalface escaped, old chap. Most unfortunate.
He seems to have escaped that time.
Indeed. Now, of course, also in the game, there's not just the main game itself, but there are also some rather useful bonus features, plus all the combat and exploration, of course, one of which is the model viewer. You can actually take a look at some of your heroes in a 3DS model viewer format and basically check them out, see their animations, etc. and so forth.
I see, like this, yes indeed, what weapons they're holding, etc. so forth.
That's right, and here you can appreciate actually the character models are pretty good, the textures there nicely reproduced, and once again, when you think about the fact this is a port from a Wii game, it's actually not bad at all, old chap.
Yes, indeed, that's a nice touch there. You can see what's going on. Yes, quite well done. It's almost like you're showcasing the characters there.
That's right, of course, there's Metalface again. And, perhaps the models aren't quite up to the standard of perhaps something like Kid Icarus, etc. and so forth, but again, you have to consider the source material this was based on.
Oh, yes, indeed. As I said earlier, I think they're trying to get perhaps the game in front of some people that haven't played it before.
Exactly. Just a moment, old chap. Here we can see some interesting options in the main menu, and also there's the ability to use your amiibo, that's right, presumably your Shulk amiibo, to earn in-game tokens. There you go. You've got 3 tokens, you know.
Aha, so the old amiibos can be used.
That's right.
To get in on the action as well and do things.
That's right, as well as play coins and various other options. I dare say the whole game seems to have been put together quite well by the company that did it. I believe it was the same chaps behind Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D that did this one.
Really?
Yes, I think so. So they're back in action, as it were, on Xenoblade Chronicles 3D. And once again, you've got cutscenes here, you've got gameplay, you've got battle going on. Overall, I think this is shaping up to be quite an exciting game on 3DS, especially if you haven't played the original.
Yes, exactly. Yes, indeed. I think so. And even for those who perhaps played the original over on, before on the Wii,
yes.
They're probably going to want to have a go at this as well. We're certainly going to have a go, aren't we?
Certainly, Elchef. I dare say indeed it's going to be fun, I'm sure. And my word, it seems Shulk's in a bit of trouble now. Perhaps the Monado doesn't work on that robot. We're going to have to find out, you know.
Well, it's possible. We don't know. There's another sort of cutscene going on there.
That's right, indeed. I dare say, for this hasn't even Game Chat and Buddy taking a look here at Xenoblade Chronicles on Nintendo 3DS. What do you think of this game, videos? Is it one you're going to buy? Are you excited for it? Is it the sort of thing you like to play? What do you say?
Well, most certainly, yes, indeed. A big open world game here on the 3DS. One of the main titles coming up for 3DS on Nintendo this year.
That's right.
As you said, what do you think? You think it's a yes? Or are you going to say, well, no, I think I'll just leave and wait for Chronicles X to come out? Or yes, I'm straight in, I'm going to buy it today.
Indeed, I say. Well, one thing's for sure, I'm also very much looking forward to the one on Wii U, so I definitely will be picking this one up too, I think, old chap.
Yes, indeed. Yes, we both will be, certainly. There's no doubt about that.
And of course, with Shulk in Smash Brothers recently, there's some extra incentive there to pick up this game and find out a bit more about Shulk's backstory.
Well, there is, and I think from what we can see here, yes, it looks to be a good game.
I think they've got the right balance of perhaps, sad cutscenes and action going on. It's quite a deep story with lots and lots of emotion and passion involved, I think. I dare say we're looking forward to this one, Fidels. Thank you most kindly for joining us. And we look forward to seeing you once more the next exciting Arctic My World.
Yes,
Until
see you
then.
then.